I'm live. Grateful day. Welcome to the 39th episode of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast with your host, Jenée Hudson, the Uplifter. I empower former and transitioning professionals and entrepreneurs with navigating complex balances of life, commitments, and growth, guiding them to conquer overwhelm with unwavering integrity, authenticity, and perseverance, all anchored in faith. Time for the t-shirt. Today's t-shirt says, "Be you, the world will adjust." What does this t-shirt mean? Well, I personally have never wanted to be like anyone else, ever. Like, this shirt is a reminder to never allow negative influences, as we all deserve positive vibes, right? And I always say, I can only be me, thank God. So this shirt is a perfect transition to be you, and the world will certainly adjust. Today's episode is called The Silent Battle, Emotional Influence, and the Path to Freedom as an Entrepreneur. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. So this episode, cannot believe it is just even happening. I am getting to like the double digits. So excited, right? So this one's for all you hustlers out there, okay? Who have ever felt drained, controlled, or just had worth issues, feel like you had worth issues, or questioned your worth by someone you trusted, all right? So emotional influence might not lead to it might not leave visible scars, you guys, but the wounds can run deep, let me tell you. And today we're going to dive deep into just how we recognize those red flags, break free from that cycle, and guide you toward healing and entrepreneurial success. I'm excited. Hopefully you are as well. And again, thank you so much for joining me here. So we'll be breaking down the power in identifying a negative influence, which is what this is about, and the courage it takes to make your exit, whatever that may be, in a relationship, in a job position, on your 9-to-5, as an entrepreneur, whatever that exit needs to be for you, that's what we'll be discussing, okay? So, and just how faith and your inner drive can just carry you through the toughest moments, all right? So just know this, you are not alone. I always say that, right? You're not alone in this journey. Whatever you're trying to conquer, you can do this. You're definitely not alone, all right? Today, we are focusing on finding your path to freedom and the entrepreneurial breakthroughs that await you on the other side. So let's get started. All right. Here are 5 main gifts for today's episode. Gift number 1, recognizing emotional influence. So emotional influence sneaks up very slowly, you guys. In my own entrepreneurial journey, it started when what seemed like a harmless comment, those small remarks that would be taking place from people, that it just chipped away at me and my confidence at the time, right? That's how it starts. It just kind of creeps in when you don't notice, right? So I thought, it's just a phase. I'm just going through a tough phase. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right, all right? So influence often comes from those closest to you as well. Unfortunately, but it's sad, but the truth, which makes it even harder to spot because, like, you're trusting this person, right? So you're thinking, nah, they're not going to steer me wrong. Well, unfortunately, that's when the influence comes in sometimes. Someone you just thought you could tell everything to and who was going to support you, and it creeps up. And unfortunately, the negativity and the influence has started, right? But eventually, the weight of it all literally added up for me. And I realized this wasn't actual support. Not the great kind that I need anyways, right? It was actually control, believe it or not. And we don't want that. So keep that in mind. The people you're around and your environment and things like that, positivity is so key with that, all right? So, gift number 2, the impact of emotional influence. One of the biggest hits to your entrepreneurial spirit is how negative influence makes you question your own vision. Know that. It also makes you question your decisions, and even your worth at times, which is not good at all. I've been there, trust me. I've questioned it with myself. So for me, it wasn't just like the controlling behavior. It was the doubt that it planted in my head, you guys. I kept thinking like, maybe I'm the problem, or maybe I need to change, but no amount of like change would have fixed any of this, and it wouldn't have fixed the real issue. So one's goal was never for me. So like I had this situation, this was in the corporate world, and it actually stemmed from the corporate world when I was out of it, where I don't know if the person was envious or what it was, but I was still being a true entrepreneur and friend and supporter and things like that because that's who I am. But it's almost as if they took my kindness and just kind of ran with it, I was just continued to help uplift them and things like that, but they took my kindness for a weakness. I don't even know how that happened, but it just snuck up. I thought I could trust them, but unfortunately it just didn't work out that way. So I found myself walking on eggshells just to keep them uplifted because of who I am and trying to be the bigger person. And I was literally like losing pieces of myself until I finally saw the truth. So always, I'm very positive, but just know that it's unfortunate, but there are people out there like that. So you just got to be, you got to look over your shoulder and just know that, okay, is this person for me, or are they in it for something for themselves, And hopefully they're in it for you and to support you, though. All right. But look out for yourself. Let me tell you. All right. Gift number 3, the moments of clarity. All right. So there comes a moment of clarity when you realize that this isn't how your journey is meant to play out, right? I know we've all felt that. I feel that even now sometimes, let me tell you. So for me, it wasn't like a dramatic movie-like scene. It was a quiet realization that took place. And I'm thinking to myself, this can't be the life I'm meant for, right? So that was what sparked everything. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is not it. This cannot be all that God is like, this is it, Jenée. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And you're just there. No. You're never there, by the way. Always accelerate. Always. All right. So I actually just knew that if I didn't make a change on my own, I'd lose everything. And I didn't want to do that. I've come way too far to lose stuff. Let me tell you, especially running these 3 businesses, all I can do and see is up, you guys. So that changed everything for me though. And I'm sure things can change for you also if you just stay focused on the prize and what you're supposed to be going after and things like that. And again, looking out for yourself. All right. So, just going through that small moment of clarity gave me strength, and courage, because I didn't have a lot of courage. Let me tell you that too. All these things just eventually came into play when I took a hard look at myself and what needed to be done. So it helped me to persevere though, and which is why I'm able to continue to persevere, and it was scary though. Let me tell you that it was definitely scary, but it was the first time that I actually saw hope with all that I was trying to do. And, that just allowed me to be like, Jenée, no, do not give up. You can do this. No, Jenée, do not go back to that 9 to 5. And again, I am grateful for the 9 to 5. Let me tell you, I did it. Like I said, 20 plus years, HR expertise, executive staff level, and all of that. Even being at the good old boys club where they were just taking advantage, let me tell you. But no, I did not let that stop me. I am still grateful. And hopefully you are as well. You got to have gratitude. That is so key as well to get you through things. So please keep that in mind. Let me give even more of an example. For me, I personally tried to, what was it? It was a day that I actually had found out that my position in corporate was like going away and things, right? And although I was nervous, you guys, I was like, oh my God, I had fear of the unknown. So if anybody can relate to that, I had it at one point, right? Because remember, as I always tell you, I didn't always have faith in myself or just in anything. Let me tell you, I just kind of kept quiet to myself, like, I don't even trust that any of this is going to play out the way that I needed to play out and wanted to play out. But the position had went away. And again, although I was so nervous about it and had that fear of the unknown, I looked to my faith at that time. If I didn't need faith any other time, that was when I actually needed it. And it was around the pandemic where no one was really getting hired or nothing. I was just like, oh my God, my position is going away. Are you serious? I ran this company, this $1 million company with 800 plus employees. This was salaried and hourly employees. Like, wow. And dealt with like the union, all kinds of things. And it was going away. And I was doing 4 roles in the company while I was running the $1 million company. So I was like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? Well, you know what I did? That faith kicked in and I created a plan of action for myself, you guys. And I did it in a way that I knew would fulfill me in the long run. And I'm so grateful that I did that. And you should try it because it really did help me, that plan of action, so that you're not all over the place and feeling down on yourself and things like that. Trust me, it's a big help. Need some help? You know how to contact me. I've got the plan of action just up here, you guys. Woo! Contact me for it. All right. So gift number 4, faith and strength to walk away. Wow. Okay, you guys. So this is deep, right? Walk away from whatever is not best for you. Again, it could be anything. It could be people. Again, like I said, with relationships, it could be jobs, whatever it is. It could be a negative mindset. Walk away. And I'm going to talk now about that faith and strength in doing so. So I personally leaned on my faith once again to guide me through one of the toughest decisions of my life. And that was leaving toxic environments behind. There's so many different toxic environments that I've been just dealing with, again, from younger days till now, that I had to really weigh heavily on my faith to get me through that as well. I was nervous, no doubt about it, let me tell you. And for a while, I questioned, like, if I was making a mistake. I'm like, am I supposed to be doing this? I don't know. Am I supposed to be starting my own businesses? I don't know. Am I supposed to go back to the 9 to 5 and, unfortunately, a possible toxic environment and just do what I do best, which is human resources? I don't know. Trust me, I was questioning myself big time and all the time. But you know what? No. I knew that deep down, going back, man, you guys, that would have been sabotage to myself. So I'm so grateful and so happy, as you can hear, and those of you who know me have experienced, no, going back is just not an option for me. And so therefore I moved forward, and I continue to move forward. And I'm telling you, you should definitely do the same. And you got this. So do the same and just let things go. All right. So, doing that also, it meant sacrificing my true potential. That's all I could think about is, if I go back, I'm going to have to sacrifice some stuff. And I'm just not willing to do that. Because you know what? I'm worthy of more. So starting and growing my own businesses, that's all I started to focus on, to be honest. And that's what I continue to focus on. So the next one is that faith became my cornerstone through all of this. And it continues to be. All right. I trusted that there was something better waiting for me on the other side. And I advise you to do the same. There is something better. What's for you already is. Trust me. And in trust, you guys, I found the courage to press forward. Just in trust. All right. So even though I didn't have all the answers yet, I still didn't let that stop me. It's okay that you don't know certain things. And I had to tell myself that, Jenée, you don't know, but maybe figure it out or look it up. Google's huge out here, you guys. And now we got AI. There's nothing to stop us now. Let me tell you. All right. So gift number 5, healing and rebuilding. So learning to walk by faith wasn't the end. I learned that, a hard learn, you guys. It was just the beginning of the healing of all the stuff that I was going through. And the wounds didn't heal overnight, unfortunately. Of course, we want things now, right? I know I do, you guys. If you can relate, put relate in the chat. I want stuff right now. I don't want to wait. So I want the success now. And of course, the money now. Who don't want money? And just the great relationships and just power. I want all that right now, not later. I feel like I grind and that I deserve it. And I do. But you got to just take a step back and know that things are going to come your way. Because again, what's for you already is. And the fact that I tell myself that over and over, I know it is. I know the day is coming. Okay. And I can't wait till it gets here to share even this abundance with so many of you. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I cannot wait. So, and you'll see it. And you will definitely know it. I won't even have to really share much. You're going to see it and you're going to be blown away. And I know all of you can do the same. And everybody's going to be looking at you too like, how did she do that? How did he do that? Wow. They're actually probably going to be like, hey, they've been listening to Jenée's podcast. That's how they're doing it. Let me tell you. So through all of this, I had to come to terms with, I had to kind of like weigh things when I was going through these things. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do for myself? And how am I going to get through things? And that's what you just got to do. You got to just focus. Again, focus on the prize. Don't let anybody just steer you in the wrong direction. Even those who sneak up on you. All right. So know that healing takes time, and especially in building a business or just along your actual journey in life. All right. It takes time. There were days, you guys, when I felt strong, like even today, and others when I questioned everything. Like I said, everything. I'd be like, I don't even want to get out of bed. I do not want to get out the bed. Like, maybe this ain't for me. These type of things, But day by day, I started to rebuild my confidence. All right. Start just, again, those affirmations and things like that. Just start saying those things to you. I wake up to Siri, you guys, that says time to grind, or it tells me how wonderful I am, because I am. All right. Try it. It helps big time. So it just helped to rebuild my confidence and my true identity, honestly. And my faith in myself as an entrepreneur, just doing those things. All right. So try it. And while I still am on my journey, as many of you know, I am learning, you guys, to see each day as a chance to grow even stronger. So I'm taking all these like negative vibes and people who are coming at me and things like that, and I'm just growing stronger. Little do they know, they're just helping me to do so. So I just say thank you to you all who are out there as haters anyway. I know you guys aren't, but yeah, it just helps me grow stronger big time. So hopefully it'll do the same for you, for those people who are out there as well, trying to influence you in a negative way, which we don't need. We already have enough negativity. We don't need any help. I know that's what I always say. I don't need any help with the negativity, right? So just know that emotional influence is a silent battle, all right? That can rob you of your spirit, and as just an overall entrepreneur, your entrepreneurial edge. It can rob you. So do not let the emotional influence take over. Just don't do it. All right. Because, but breaking free is it is so possible to break free from all the negativity. Again, look at your surroundings, your communities, and just who you're with and who you're around and how they're carrying themselves. That is a start. And when you start eliminating some of those things, as my mom would always say, baby girl, use a long-handed spoon, love people from afar. That's just what it has to be sometimes, unfortunately. But you're still being yourself, which is genuine, I'm sure. All right. So you guys, this really just helped me to heal and to take control and to be able to rebuild my journey that I'm going through and my businesses by just staying focused and away from just this negative vibes that were kind of being pulled. They were like trying to pull me into it. All right. And that's an ongoing battle for us all, but we can get through it. Just stay true to yourself and your integrity, and you'll be just fine. No matter how negative that thing or that person is. All right. It will bring you success and peace. For sure. Know that. All right. That was 5, you guys. So the challenge for today, I like to give a challenge, is I challenge you Whether you're feeling controlled, influenced, which we were talking about today, or doubting your value as a business owner or a leader as an entrepreneur, just to take one small step towards freedom this week. All about freedom for you this week, all right? Take that step. Maybe like journal. You could do some journaling. Think about just your own personal thoughts. Jot them down. Or reach out to someone that you actually trust, that is going to be neutral with you, and they're not going to just listen to everything. They're going to listen to what you're saying, but they're also going to be raw and give you the truth. That's what you need, right? No one wants a yes person, like, yes, Jenée, yep, you're right. Yes, Jenée, you can do that. No, we want someone to keep us uplifted and to hold us accountable to things that we know we're worthy of more and to receive, right? So maybe talk to someone that you actually trust, all right? And if you feel like you can trust me, feel free to DM me. I got you, all right? So that's the challenge today. But know that if you're further along in your journey and you've already broken these free negative influences that are going on, I challenge you to reflect on your progress, all right? So if you don't have any negativity coming at you, or people or things, or being influenced in any kind of way negatively, kudos to you, and that is phenomenal. But I have a feeling that we all go through it. So again, but if you don't, I challenge you, just reflect back to the positive and the progress in which you're going through, and keep that going, because it'll get even stronger for you, all right? So celebrate how far you've come and keep rebuilding your confidence piece by piece. Keep that in mind, okay? So wherever you are, take the time, one step at a time, but a step forward towards healing and growth, all right? It's all those small and consistent steps that just really transform everything. And it's just, you got to begin though. Begin it, and it will help you to transform in very positive ways by doing this, all right? Before I end my podcast, I want to again promote my ebook titled 6 Steps to Overcome Fear and Walk by Faith as an Entrepreneur. All right. It's your essential guide, you guys, to conquering fear and thriving in business with faith. I wrote it just for you as well as for myself. So the link is in my bio on Instagram, through this actual Instagram page, as well as you can purchase it on Amazon and Kindle books. So check it out. It's so worth it. And you'll be so grateful that you did and that you got that to help you thrive even sooner and quicker. All right. So as we wrap up this episode, which so excited, I want you to remember, emotional influence doesn't define you. Know that. Hear me again. Emotional influence does not define you. All right. You're not responsible for someone else's control at all. And you deserve a journey and a business full of faith, respect, and freedom. Freedom is so key, you guys. It is such a blessed feeling. You want that, I'm telling you. So breaking free from the emotional abuse isn't easy. I know it is so hard. It is, all right? But with faith, you guys, resilience, and a solid support system, it's absolutely possible. So you can do this, to simply just reclaim your power and your path, because you're deserving of that, right? So, but no, healing takes time. Unfortunately, healing does take time. But each small step brings you closer and closer to freedom and the joy that you deserve. All right. As always, thank you so very much for tuning into this episode of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast. Don't forget to continue to follow for ongoing and inspiring content. Also, if you missed it in the beginning, go back and check it out. I'd appreciate it, and it will be very helpful to you, I'm sure. I hope you leave here today, you guys, with just the utmost courage, feeling positive and just influenced in a positive way, not in a negative way, right? And just to walk the path to freedom. Walk the path to freedom, you guys. It is a great feeling. Know this, I'm telling you. So until next time, keep the faith, and of course, have a very blessed evening and year on purpose. I'm Jenée Hudson, the Uplifter.